Third activity from lesson 4-5, working with point slope, is actually working with point slope word problems. And what I want you to be able to take from this is that you can read a point slope word problem and be able to take the information and put it into the point slope formula correctly. And then once you do that, you can use that, your skills of turning the equations into slope intercept or standard form, depending upon what the direction asks you to do. So you're going to need a textbook, and you want your textbook as you're watching this video and have it open to page 224. So I'd pause the video, go get a textbook, get it open to page 224, and then restart the video. All right, so looking here on page 224, the problems that you're going to be dealing with in your assignment are 36 to 38, 39 to 41. So looking at this, let's look back at number 36. It says business. A home security company provides security systems for $5 per week. Crucial phrase, $5 per week. Plus, God, I should tell us something here, an initial installation fee. The total cost for installation and 12 weeks of service is $210. All right, when you are reading word problems, and here you have two things that it says, 12 weeks of service is $210. These two together, those are a coordinate. That is actually the coordinate because the 12 weeks goes with the 210. And you see the wording $5 per week. Well, per week, as you've known from all the other things you did, the slope intercept form, that's going to be your slope. So this is going to be slope M. And this is a coordinate, 12 weeks for 210. So it's going to be 12, comma 210. And then what I want to do is I want to now take a look at what I'm asked to do. 36, write the point slope form of an equation. So you're going to use your point slope formula. And if you don't remember what it is, look right back in the book. It's in there. Or you can look back at some past work. You can certainly look it up. So that's 36. You're going to write the point slope. Your slope being the 5. Your point is 12 and 210. Remember, 12 will be x, x1, and 210 will be y1 as you substitute those into the formula. 37 then says ask you to write the equation in slope intercept form. So you take your answer from 36 and you change that into slope intercept form where you have an equation at the end that is in this form, the y equals mx plus b, and you need it in that format. What is the flat fee for installation? So you need to look at the reason, this is the reason you had to turn this equation into the slope intercept form. Businesses often will charge a flat labor fee. So that's what they're asking you to find here. Now remember, slope and B for beginning, or your starting amount. A flat fee is a starting amount. So when you take a look, flat fee, that's often right here. That's your y-intercept where you begin. That's what that B tells you. And that is how companies work it. They give you a flat fee, an installation fee, and that's where it's going to be located right here when you get done doing your work on 37. All right, if you have any questions on this, I'd stop the video right now, do 36, do 37, do 38, then restart the video so then you can do numbers 39, 40, and 41. So I'm going to pause for a second here so you can pause the video. Now, 39 through 41, that's the next set of word problems that I want you to do. So let's read this and look at it together. It's on movies. I'd like to go see one. I haven't seen one in a while. Let's see here. Between 2001 and 2003, the number of movie screens in the United States increased an average of 410 each year. There's that wording again, each year, 410 each year. That should tell us something right now. Is that my slope or is that my coordinate? Remember, the coordinate then is something where we're looking for two numbers that are related. In 2001, there were about 35,170. Notice these two go together, and I'm trying to drop a big hint for you here. These two go together, 410 each year. Like, look back at the wording I had up here. I said per week was M. These two went together. Notice what did I write over here? 39. Write the point slope form of an equation to find the total number of screens y for any year. So use your information up here. One of these is your slope. The other set is your coordinate. Something's got to be x1 and the other's got to be y1. Look at your graph over here. It's going to kind of give you a clue as to what's x and what's going to be y. So 36, write it in point slope form. Notice in 40, you're asked to put it into slope intercept form. Then Predict the number of movie screens in the United States in 2007. All right, what is on the x-axis? 2001, 2002, 2003. What do you think you will do with that 2007? There's something you need to do with that number and your answer from problem 40. You need this number and then your answer from problem 40 to do problem 41. Okay, again, pause the video. Take some time to work on these three questions. Be sure to ask me for help. Next step. All right, there's a worksheet that goes with all this. And the reason for that is there's some more slope-intercept word problems that I want you to do. So when you start here, this worksheet, construction company charges $15 per hour for debris removal. The total fee for 9 hours of service is $195. Here are two things that are related. By now you've done two word problems. You should be able to get this into the slope-intercept formula. And since I have a little room to write it, I'll put it on here for you. Y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. Y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. There's your point slope formula for you. 22, put it in the point slope form. That's this formula right up here. 23, change it to slope intercept. Y equals mx plus b, which you've done already in a previous assignment. And what is the fee for the use? We're looking for a flat fee. And now let's look at 25, 26, and 27. Again, here's that wording again. There is a set daily fee for renting a moving truck, plus a charge of 50 cents per mile driven. It costs $64 to rent the truck on a day when it's driven 48 miles. 50 cents per mile, $64 on a day when it's driven 48 miles. Be careful with the wording on this one. I have a question for you to think about. Does the dollars come first or the miles? When you rent a truck, will you rent and drive the truck and then get told the bill? Or will you get told the bill and then go drive it? Which one is it? Well, the one that it is miles. The driving comes first. Driving comes first, followed by the money. So that should tell you, I'm trying to kind of drop a big hint to you as to what the order should be for the coordinate. All right, be careful with that. Miles will come first, money will come second. And here are two directions again. Again, write it in point slope form, and then write slope intercept form, and then find the daily fee. So this will be the fourth time you've done this problem similar to this. The worksheet has a couple more problems on it that I want you to take a look at. First of all, let's look over here at the one that says canoeing. On the canoeing one, Jeff paddles his canoe at an average speed of 3.5 miles per hour. After 5 hours of canoeing, Jeff has traveled 18 miles. Write an equation in the point slope form. And that's all I want you to do in this one. Is take your information out of here, write it in point slope form. So that would be back in the form of this formula at the top of the page that I wrote up here for you. That's all you need to do on the canoeing problem. Aviation problem. Now we give you a graph. A jet plane takes off and climbs consistently 20 feet for every 40 feet it moves horizontally. Climbs is going up. For every 40 feet moves horizontally. That's going to the right. So now when you look at this, what number, what are they trying to hint at you? Up, over to the right. Trying to hint at something for you right there. They're trying to tell you what that is. The graph shows the trajectory. Trajectory means, hey, which way is it going? How fast is it going up? That's what this is about. That's what the word trajectory is about. So now I have a graph. On the bottom, I have the horizontal distance that this jet plane has traveled. On the side, I have the height in the air that the jet is. So as I look at this, I have a dot at 0, 0. Looks like I have a dot in the middle here. Looks like somewhere around 400, 200. I have another dot here at, I would be guessing, I'm not sure, it's at 400. I'd probably see somewhere around 700, 750, something like that. So let's look on the line here. So another one that hits a T, hits a plus. We're looking for a dot that hits on a plus. I think a couple of important things to look at is you got a dot here on a plus, and you got a dot here on a plus. And these would be easy ones to use. Like this is at 2,000 feet distance traveled, height of 1,000 feet. Again, here is your x-axis, here's your y-axis. And I'm trying to point out something to you with this point right here. I'm trying to tell you some information. They give you the information about something that goes up and over. That's your information in the words. They give you points on a graph. Notice I said give you points on a graph. I would be using this point right here because I have actual numbers, 2,000 and 1,000. Okay, let's see what we're asked to do. Write an equation in point slope form for the line representing the jet's climb. You've done that before. Write the equation in slope intercept form. Take your answer from number 5 and change it into slope intercept form. Lastly, number 7, change the slope intercept form into standard form. We haven't done that yet. So here, a reminder, standard form means it looks like this. AX plus DY equals C. And there were 5 characteristics of that. If you don't remember those, take back the assignment, get your assignment for me where you worked on standard form, and you can take a look at those characteristics. And you'll have, remember, A is here, the first number in front of X, B is the number in front of Y, and C is here. Okay, I'm going to stop the video because I've already reached 11 minutes. I didn't mean to go that far, but this is a video you want to pause and watch as you go along. Here is what I want you to do. From page 224, I want you to do problems 36 to 41, and then you need the 4 or 5 practice sheet that you have to get that from me. You get the worksheet from me. Write your work for page 224 on the back of the worksheet. Write your work for page 224 on the back of the worksheet. It's empty, and then you do the 4 or 5 practice sheet on the other side. That way you're turning in one sheet of paper, and it's only one thing to keep track of. Give that a shot. I think you'll do okay with it. Let me know whatever I can help you with.